Hey guys, it's Lainey, and today I'm doing my June and my Rainbow-thon wrap-up. In total, this month I read 6 books and 1 graphic novel, and I'm just gonna get right into it. So the first book that I read this month was a book I started in the hotel room of New York City when I was at BEA and BookCon, and that was Nowhere But Here by Katie McGarry. This is my first Katie McGarry book, and I absolutely loved it. I rated it a 4 out of 5. It's about a motorcycle gang, and it's a romance, and it's YA, and it's awesome, and I loved it. This is quite a thick book, and I read it so quickly. We'll definitely be continuing on with the Thunder Road series, is for sure, because she introduces obviously the characters that are going to be in the companion novels in the future, and I'm really excited for who's the next book's going to be on because I really liked that character. The second book I read for the month of June was Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. That is the second book in the Remnant Chronicles. The first book was Kiss of Deception, my second favorite book of the year, last year, and I rated this one, what did I rate it, a 5 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5, but I think now I'm changing it to a 4.5 out of 5. I really liked it. I really enjoyed learning more about the characters and the world. I really loved the setting of this book and where it took place. And the ending totally crippled me, and just, I still can't talk about it because it's so heartbreaking to me. And then Rainbow-thon started, and I had to set 6 books, and of course that changed. I did end up reading 2 novels and 1 graphic novel for Rainbow-thon, and I think that is perfect for me because I was expecting to only read 1 book during the week. I started out right out of the gate, and I read a Michelle Rowan book, who's Morgan Rhodes. This was my orange book. This is the second book in her paranormal romance series, Living in Eden. I read the first book back in March. I read this book a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. There were some kind of corny lines every now and then where I'm just like, ugh. But I really like the setting, and I really like how this is set up because it kind of reminds me, or the world reminds me of Angel and Charmed, which were my favorite TV shows growing up, and I really liked being in that kind of tone and atmosphere, so that's why I really like the series. Then I decided to read a graphic novel, which is shocking because I don't read them. Rat Queens Volume 1, on recommendation from the Wolfpack, they told me to get this one. This was treated as my green book. I really liked this. I'm very excited to be picking up the second volume once I read 5 books. I really liked all of the girls. I can't pick one I think I like more than the other, and I'm just really excited to see where the story goes. Yes, I rated this a 4 out of 5. Then I had to bypass all the other books. I was currently reading The Raven Boys because Penguin let me know that my review for Book of Spirit and Thieves had to be up the following Monday. So what did I have to do? I had to speed reread this because I can't film a review on something I read 6 months ago. I loved it even more the second time around, and obviously I have a non-spoiler book review for this book up on my channel. I'll link it down below, of course. That was the end of Rainbow-thon, so I read Something Wicked, Rat Queens, and A Book of Spirit and Thieves, and that was a great goal accomplishment for me. I want to thank everybody that participated in Rainbow-thon. We were completely blown away by how many people participated in Rainbow-thon. We were not even expecting a lot of people to join with us, and it was Sunday before it started, and we're like, did you guys check Instagram? Because there were so many posts about Rainbow-thon on Instagram, and we were not expecting the big turnout as it was, and we're very excited to say that we're going to be hosting it twice a year, so we'll probably be hosting it in December again, so that's something to look forward to as well. And then I picked up Everything by Nicola Yoon. The story behind this was everybody in my group has read this book but me, and then I was just kind of looking at my bookshelf, and I was just figuring out what I wanted to read, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna read this, see what everybody's thinking about this, because I feel left out. I finished it that day, and marked things on it, and I don't do that to every book I read, but there's just so many good quotes in this book, and I absolutely loved it. You guys, it's saying a whole lot that I really loved this YA contemporary because I don't read YA contemporary anymore, and I just absolutely loved this. So I'm definitely recommending this book. I think it's such a great debut, and it just takes you on a ride and doesn't let you go until the very end, and I love those kind of books. And then the last book I read this month was Reviving Isabel by J.A. Radmirsky. This is the second book of the In the Company of Killers series, and this is the last book of that series that follows specifically Victor and Surai. I rated this book a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm going to be continuing with the series because I really like this series. It's totally up my alley. It is Mr. and Mrs. Smith meets action, meets assassins, meets action. Did I already say that? But there's just so much stuff going on in here that I absolutely loved it. I did knock a star down because the main character was kind of annoying me just a little bit. I kind of wanted to, you know, like pop her in the head a few times, but overall I really loved this romantic story. I really loved the development of the business that these characters are involved in, and the third book is definitely a book I'm going to be in my cart when I can finally order books again. That's it for my June wrap up. So what was your favorite book you read this month? I would love to know. I hope you guys all have a really great day, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!